This car is falling apart. The rust is worse than we thought. And to fix it, we're using the cheapest welder we could buy. But can it actually save this car? We thought we found the deal of a lifetime. A Honda Civic for 1,500 euros. But somehow we ended up paying 1,800.
Yeah, we want this car a little bit too much.
The moment we started tearing it apart, we uncovered a nightmare we never saw coming.
Today we'll be tackling the biggest issue.
There's still more dents, rust, and when we started fixing it, we found even more rust.
This is a big hole.
Wait, what?
Can an 80-euro welder
With this cheap ass welder.
actually fix this mess, or do we just waste our money? But let's get started first.
Let's remove the mud flaps. Even the screws have a lot of rust.
Okay, let's try with the Dremel. A small cut in there.
This is a sign for all the challenges we'll be facing.
Yeah, it's coming a little bit. Non-original screw. Other side. Next up is the rear. Let's see. Okay. There's another one behind here. This one is off.
30-year-old rust.
Horse shit. Let's throw this away. Or not. This is actually worth quite some money now, I think. So now we'll remove the side skirt. I think we'll find nasty surprises under. I hope not.
So it's time to uncover all the rust before we start welding.
It's rock solid. Should be fine.
How is this rock solid? No, I have... No. I have nightmares from the Miata still. Oh my god.
So we're removing all the screws from the underside so we're able to remove the side skirts and see what's behind it.
Is it not just pulling?
Pulling, pushing.
Pushing? Oh.
Yeah.
So this is the moment of truth. Is it worse under the skirt or no? Honestly?
Not bad.
No,
I told you so. Told you so.
I guess you're right. It doesn't look that bad, to be honest.
Only the corner.
This is bad. This looks pretty decent, to be honest.
It's clean. Looks good for its age.
Yeah, to be honest, it really doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's an old car. What is it, 93?
93, 2, 4, I don't know.
What's the first year?
92.
So this is 92, I think.
This is a big hole.
Wait, what?
Look.
You found something? Wait, what?
Oh shit. Hole's getting
So I
bigger and bigger.
was right in the end.
Ah.
Ha! Yeah, ha!
Ah.
So,
Haha!
not so bad or what?
Still fine.
Doesn't look so fine to me. There's a hole in it.
It's an easy fix.
Easy fix. Yeah, the thing is, it is easy to fix, but it takes more time and effort. Okay, if this is this side, what does the other side bring? So, do you want to re-evaluate your bed if there's rust under it or no? This side looks
side
maybe a little bit better.
Right.
Get this skirt off.
Hammer time.
Oh yeah. Alright.
Let's put it back.
Okay. Moment of truth number 2.
Same spot.
A small hole with big financial
little hole.
consequences. Or not.
Little hole becomes
Oh my.
big hole.
This is big. It goes even.
This is too hard.
two big holes under the side skirts. Or like Ka likes to say it, two small holes.
Whether it's big or small, the amount of work is the same.
It's just how you use it, right? So the next thing is to remove these trims. But we have to be careful not to break these clips because they are pretty hard to find and they're actually pretty expensive. So that would really cut into the budget. Already missing one here.
We can reach the plastic clips from the inside.
That's one. So I was getting out of the car and I heard something. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't sound too good. And on the other side, it's not supposed to sound like that.
Sounds like more rust.
I like crusty stuff.
Carpet.
Remove the carpet, look under here. So remove this. So, what's under the carpet? Nothing?
Sand.
Sand, rust. Sand or rust?
Ta-da!
Sand.
Sand? Just sand.
It's just this plate, which is hard. Bitumen.
False alarm.
Maybe I worry a little bit too much. But better to inspect everything and make sure that everything's okay.
So we continue with removing the trim.
Use the trash bag.
There is nothing here. They decided to remove it and not put it back.
At this point I'm wondering what's still okay about this car.
All bent.
Yeah, I can reach it.
Close the door.
Oops.
It's supposed to be like that. No, you broke it. And the final thing to remove are these. But we think that they are glued on. You know or you think?
I know.
Okay, Ka knows.
Pull it.
Pull it. Oh, it's soft. What is this? Is this from
Aha!
from factory? Yeah, maybe we should go to Martin and then. This hurts.
So if someone bumps into the car, the bumper doesn't dent. So if someone bumps into here, nothing happens.
And the next thing we're going to tackle is this big dent.
We're gonna start with pushing this nasty big dent out first. It's not a small dent, the whole panel is basically warped in. And this, let's start.
So I'll go inside the car. Where?
So I'm going to use my feet to kick out the dent from the inside. Is this actually a good idea?
Okay.
Yeah, more.
You can clearly see the panel coming out. So in the next phase we try it with a block of wood and a hammer.
So I have to push harder.
Now.
Wait for it.
More.
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 More. Oh, fuck. Too much.
Yeah, we actually pushed it out too much. But we could just hammer it in
not
with a
bad.
fist.
It's looking a lot better than it was just by pushing it from the inside. It's not bad. This dent is not as deep as Martin's butt crack anymore.
But before we continue fixing this, Arnold has a message for us.
Everything I've ever built was because I had the power in the palm of my hands. Just like you.
We bought the cheapest welder available, which is a Flux core welder.
From Parkside.
It's 80 euros, super cheap. Let's see if it works. We have prepared 2 test pieces.
So to see if this thing can actually weld. So it seems to work on these test pieces.
More rust.
Wait, what's this? What's this?
This
What?
is
From
a sign
here.
of a hole in the car.
Oh no.
The car is literally falling apart.
Oh. As expected, another hole.
We're going to see how bad the rust is. Is it gonna be like the Miyata?
Because that was bad. But there's only one way to find out. We start grinding.
Doesn't look that bad.
On the outside.
So the more we cut, the more rust we uncover. This is not looking good.
Ooh.
So how are we going to fix this?
So this is supposed to be straight. And then to
Straight.
here.
So we have a repair panel, but
Damn.
it's only for the
But how much
outside.
is good of this still?
Not. We need to recreate that part.
A little bit bigger, I think.
So we decided to cut even more. Hopefully we don't cut too much. Right, Ka? And adding a zinc spray to prepare it for welding. But since we can't work on the same thing,
So next up, we're going to fix this.
so I'm cleaning up and see how far the rust extends. So while I'm doing that, Ka is measuring the repair panel and cutting out the piece that he needs.
Good.
Let's see if it fits.
Again?
Oh,
Why? Again?
cut once, measure twice.
So I get back to grinding this. It's a very tight space to work with, so I can't just cut everything off.
Let's fix my stupid mistake with this cheap ass welder.
So this is the second test with this welder on the actual panels we'll use on the car. And so far this welder is looking pretty good.
Will it fit? It fits. Oh.
Okay, but where did it actually go
I
wrong?
made a line here, but in some way I made a cut here.
Dumb.
Let's cut it properly now. On the line.
Yeah, that's what you said last time as well. But we all make mistakes, but hopefully not twice in a row.
I did a proper restoration of the panel. Now let's see if it fits.
That's looking pretty good.
Perfect.
So while Kai is working on that, I am working on this. So I want to make a cut here, here, and here.
So with the Dremel I don't have to cut off the whole side of the car, just what I need. So I start measuring so I can make a...
Panel for this.
Ka is making the inner piece for the arch.
The challenge is, it's a little bit difficult since we don't have the proper tools.
So with a shrinker you can easily bend the metal around the curve.
This part is flat and this is round,
Yeah.
which is,
Not bad by hand.
so let's weld it in. Budget welder, 80 euros.
Okay, here comes the real test.
Can it weld? Will it weld properly? Budget build. Also budget gloves. Look at this.
So these are the first welds on the car. So will these welds stick or they burn through the metal too fast?
It is touching the outer arch. This part.
So there's contact.
So there's contact on both panels. What I will do now is to cut it out, the parts I don't need. Then we can weld it in properly.
So first we start with the cutting and then the welding. But before we zoom into this, let's get back to the other hall.
Okay, so I adjusted the piece and it fits close to perfect, I would say. Looking pretty good.
Welded this inner piece in, not perfect, but if we clean it up, it'll be...
It does the job. It's the inner piece anyway.
It's the inner piece, you cannot see it. So we're gonna clean it up, seal it.
And all of this with a
Cheap ass 80 euros Flux core welder. Whoop whoop.
we fixed this. So people looking for solutions without welding, you cannot fix this. This you need a welder, but you can do it with a really cheap welder and it works properly. Right?
And let's clean it up
Make sure to hit that like and subscribe.
and grinded all the welds down.
And it's looking pretty clean. This is just the inside arch. It doesn't have to be perfect.
That 80 euro welder does the job.
So we welded half a part, but we have 6 holes to fix. And let's not forget the dent on the other side, which we kicked out but still needs more work.
This is a dent puller. So what this basically does is, with this point, you weld on the car, and with this hammer, you can pull the dent out. What you can do now is use body filler, straighten it up, and get some primer and paint on it, and done. But we want to use as little body filler as possible. So what we're gonna do
Is to use this tool to pull out the panel even more.
This dent is a lot smaller now and honestly it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good though.
yeah,
Like this. Yep.
Yeah, but we also have the other side of the car to do, so we use the same process. So remove the paint from where the dents are, weld the tip of the puller on, and pull out the dents, one by one.
And it's looking a lot better. It's not perfect yet, but it's looking a lot better. And actually, it's my first time doing this kind of stuff, and it's pretty easy to do, to be honest.
Yeah, but we're not done yet.
time for the to weld this piece in. And it's done.
Time to clean up these welds and make it nice and smooth with the angle grinder.
New piece of metal on the car
Well, it's doing pretty well, to be honest.
for 80 euros.
I'm impressed. I mean, the thing is really small and light. You would almost think when you grab it, like it's not a proper welder, but it works.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed by this thing.
Good enough. Is it perfect? Probably not, but that's more skill gap, I think, than the welder thing.
Talking about skill gaps, now it's my turn. What could go wrong?
It's time for me to weld it in with our Parkside budget welder. So this is my first time welding with this. My second time welding a piece in myself. So this is a test if this is also suitable for beginners like me. Here goes.
I was actually doing pretty well with this, but there were some parts that I was struggling. I was burning through the metal and I couldn't really fix it. So I asked God to do it and he managed it. So, skill gap. So I made the edge a little bit taller so I can bend it around the edge like it normally has.
Welded this in, new piece. It's new and fresh. No more rust. It's gone. Some spray and then should be good.
4 more to go and the worst still has to come.
Now this one, which I think looks the worst.
Only the corner.
This, I mean, you can even see the interior here.
But it's still solid.
God thinks it's fine.
Not solid.
I think it's gonna be much worse.
I
Who's
didn't-
gonna be right?
not that bad.
Ka thinks it's not that bad.
This part.
Yeah.
I still don't agree.
And this?
So let's cut some more.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh my god!
As the rust keeps extending, we need to keep cutting more.
How's it looking?
Not that great.
So Ka's mood is changing and we decided something more drastic.
So we cut this now. But first, I think we're gonna make this part.
So no time to waste, we started fabricating new panels.
This.
So while I finished helping making the panels, Ka started welding it in, I started on the other side. Cut out the hole, fabricate the new panel, measure twice, cut once.
Ooh! It's almost looking like stock again.
Gonna seal up the welds to prevent further rust.
Next we're gonna clean up the welds on the inside and prepare it for more sealant. So for this side we had the repair panel, so we cut it out and welded it in. This was pretty straightforward. As it was already getting pretty late, we just wanted to get the move on and finish this. So with this done, there's only 2 more to go. And this is what it's looking like in the morning.
So we finished the other side. There's still a few things we need to do. This is this part and this part. We're gonna start with this one. We're gonna open it up and see how bad it is.
So I used the angle grinder to open it up and see what kind of surprise is behind this. But before we open it up, something else happened. As Ka was doing the body filler on the other side of the car of the things that we already welded to make it nice and smooth, this happened. Martin notices someone has body filler on their pants.
What happened here? Did Ka do a terrible job? Or?
Poopy pants.
Culprit
poopy
found. Okay, back to the rust.
Ooh. Okay, so we opened this up and what do we think?
Is die in betere staat? Is de motorblok in betere staat?
Yeah, this is sealant, but
It's better than the other side.
yeah, okay, so it is not as bad as the other side. Still not very good, but we have to clean this up as well.
Let's just get on with it. As this is the inner arch and we don't have a repair panel for this side, we have to make everything by hand. Do a small test fit and then it's time to weld it in. With this inner piece in place, it's time to fabricate the outer layer. And the idea is to make 2 separate panels for that and then weld them together. So this is part 1. It's sticking out a little bit too much, so we use the angle grinder to make it into shape. And yeah, it's dark again. And Ka did a lot of the body work and it's looking nice. And Ka fabricated the outer piece and is welding
Okay.
it in.
So we welded the new piece in.
Like what we're doing, hit the like and subscribe.
It looks so you even have this line in there, which Ka made by hand. It's looking pretty good.
Magic hands.
Magic hands. Yeah, obviously we still need to do a little bit here. Then weld this part.
And this is looking very nice. Only one more to go. And it's going to be a big one.
What do you think?
Let me take a look.
It's not too bad.
No holes.
Yeah, looks okay.
Small one.
Really small one. Do we want to weld a new piece in?
Can.
Or just drill it out? Fill
And
it
then
with
weld.
weld.
Yeah, maybe that's better. Yeah, let's do that.
Drill it out?
Drill a small hole and then fill it with weld.
It's like really small beginning piece.
Civic
rust.
without a hole is not a Civic.
Yeah.
In the end, we decided to use the Dremel to just cut out a square piece. It's all finally coming together for that final step.
There's a hole here.
If I'm honest, I think we're getting better at this. It's going faster and faster. Is this ready enough for the primer?
We fixed all the rust parts. Car put on the body filler, sanded it down. And the next step... Do you know what the next step is?
Primer time.
While Ka is prepping the primer, I'm degreasing the car and masking it off.
Budget.
So the primer's on the spots where there's body filler. And it's looking already a lot better. We're getting closer to painting this car. Look what Ka does for the viewers, messing up his pretty hair. So, the cheap welder did his job. Look at it. There was like a lot of rust here, here, and there, and there's like a nice jeans on here. And the welder, you know, it welded a new piece in. So the verdict on the cheap welder: did a good job. And Ka did a good job on the bodywork as well. Are we still on schedule for the budget? For the next episode, we're gonna restore the engine bay from neglected
To new.
brand new.
Shiny.
Oh, and let us know in the comments what you think.